Disrespect the Game podcast, episode 214. And yo, that track right there is titled With Me by Cash Lingo. Cash with the money sign. The S is a money sign, Lingo. Now on all platforms. That track is dope. But today's podcast, we're going to be talking about gambling and the adverse effect that gambling has on human beings and especially sports betting, gambling within sports, and those who are of authority, the insight or the oversight of regulating the game itself, then they're susceptible to corruption too. Money is the ruler of all evil. Like, people do strange things for money. You know what I'm saying? You want to do a little bit of strange thing for a little bit of change? Yeah. Well, after watching last night's game between the Lakers and the Celtics, that was just so obvious what was, happening right before our eyes. Can nobody tell me that referee was not cheating? There was like 4 or 5 calls that he made down the stretch that was so obvious of what was going on, what was happening. This is not the first time. This is not the first time that this happened in the NBA or the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And it won't be the last time either. Like, money is the root of all evil. People do weird ass shit for money, bro. I used to referee basketball and football. So I know, when a referee is cheating and how they're cheating, or how you can sway the game. Like, if somebody's up by 20, then you can make some calls to make it a closer game because they may have a big audience and a big fan base. People are there to watch the game, so you want to make it a close game. But those last few calls that guy made, I don't even know his name, the bald head dude. That was so obvious, man. And the NBA, you would think in 2023 that they will have a rule for the last minute of a game for plays like that, where you can go, the people in New York, wherever it is based at, can actually look at the replay and then, determine whether or not there should have been a foul call and who got it wrong. We got to get it right, basically. Like they're doing in baseball now. Now they're getting it right. When there's a call like that, you can challenge it. Then they go check the strike zone to make sure they got the call right, or whether the guy's tagged out before he touched the base. But just to leave the game naked like that and leave it exposed to where you leave it into human judgment, then of course there's plenty of room for error or cheating. You already know they're gonna investigate that dude. They're gonna check his bank account and see any large sums of money coming into his account or being withdrawn from his account. He's fucked. He definitely going to the feds. I remember back in the 90s, in the late 80s and the 90s, there was a referee like that. I think his name was O'Connell, if I remember his name right. He even wrote a book about it. He went to the feds. They gave him 15 years, man. And he refereed the NBA finals and everything. Like, he was terrible, but he started gambling and he got addicted to gambling and he started cheating. He was doing the big games, like the Lakers and the Celtics and the Celtics and the Pistons, and he was doing all the biggest games at that time. And, he fell to it. He's from Philly too, I believe, from South Philly. So, when you're dealing with bookings, bookies and all that. But now, sports betting is legal, and that's open to the entire, country. I don't want to say the world. I don't know if it is allowed in other countries, but here in the United States, you can bet right on your cell phone. Download the app, DraftKings, and then you start fucking gambling. You start gambling, bro. So somebody could hit him up like, yo, listen, we're going to kill your fucking dog or your cat if you don't fucking cover the point spread, or if you don't hold this player under 45 points, or whatever, how they be betting, but they be betting big fucking money. I've always been intrigued by that, how to actually go and bet. but I could never figure it out. Like I downloaded DraftKings and I put $100 in it. I lost that shit, bro. And I never liked gambling. And I live right here. Atlantic City is 20 minutes that way and Philly is 30 minutes that way. So I can go either way, any direction to go gamble. But I just don't see nothing. I don't see how that's fun to lose your fucking money. To go give your money to somebody else. They're in the business to make money, not lose fucking money. My mom used to always tell me that shit because she had a shop right in Atlantic City on Atlantic Avenue, right across the street from Taj Mahal, like two blocks on Atlantic Avenue, Virginia and Atlantic, between Virginia and Kentucky, right on Atlantic Avenue, right there, when they first started building the Taj Mahal. And she used to always tell me, like, you see how they building that big old massive ass structure? It's gonna be a casino. And that tells you right there that the casinos are in business to make money. They're not in the business to give winnings and let people win. They might let one or two people hit the jackpot and put it on the news, put it in the media, so it'll drive everybody else to go want to hit the jackpot too. That's just how it is. That's gambling. You know, we take gamble every day. We wake up in the morning, you give thanks for waking up. All praise due to the Most High. If you give thanks, you know, you're alive another day, and then soon you step out your door, you're gambling with your life. Car accident, you can get shot, straight bullet, somebody come rob you, shoot you, paralyze you, or kill you. If you get high, you can go buy a bag of weed, and now with how the world is today, the weed can have fentanyl in it. And you go smoke the weed and you have fentanyl and it kills you. Or if you popping pills, you go fucking, it's a gamble. You go buy some perks from somebody, and in that bottle of pills, in that perk bottle, it could be a fucking pill of fentanyl. You can go meet somebody and you like them on Tinder or on TikTok or on Instagram or Facebook, and you start messaging them and you start building some type of connection, and you're in the inbox and your DM and you like her and she like you. And then you decide you guys want to meet. That's a gamble. Because you don't know what anyone's intentions are. Somebody just did that. They met up and the dude went to her house. She invited him. Because she'd been talking to him for a few months. And she invited him to the house. Or they went on a date and then they ended up back at her house. And he ended up killing her. Strangled her. Raped her and killed her. She was so beautiful. He was young too. Like, why would somebody do that? People are demonic. People are like today's age, man. You can't trust nobody, man. Like I'm scared to death to go. Not scared to death, but for me to go meet somebody and then actually bring somebody to my crib. Where my daughter's here. My daughters live here with me. That's dangerous, bro. And I definitely ain't going to no woman's house. Oh, no, I learned that shit back in the fucking early 2000s, bro. Hell no. I'll never do that again. We can sit in the car or we got to get a room. And I don't even do that. It's been like 2 years, man. I ain't even going to hold you. It's been like 2 years since I've been on a fucking date, man. I'm celibate now, man. I'm practicing celibacy, to be honest with you, bro. Until the wind clears and the smoke clears from all this that's happening in the last 3 years, we're gonna have to see how the people turn out. Now there's a new STD. Now there's some new shit that's the most dangerous shit that you can catch. There's no medicine for it, they said. There's no cure. Damn! Man, that's a big ass fucking biceps. My biceps getting bigger and bigger already. Look at that. And I don't even lift weights no more, bro. Looking like motherfucking Popeye. To the left, to the left. So yeah, that referee, man, most definitely, he has to be fucking investigated, man. That was some straight fucking highway robbery to the 10th fucking. And you see LeBron, man, he is so fucking dope and inspiring because after 20 years in the NBA, and he's a fucking billionaire, right? And his fucking love for the game and his passion for winning and his dedication to winning, to be on the highest of levels of competition. And he took that shit like it was game 7, the last second of game 7 of the championship. And that's a regular season game. That's how much pride he has and love he has for the game of basketball. That's how I am too, and that's how I was when I played. I was very passionate. And I grew up and when I grew up in my era, the way the NBA was played, it was physical, and the players, when you let the players get physical, then you bring another element of fucking greatness out those athletes. It takes your level of play to a whole nother level. Like, it's so intense. They're so intense, man. They fucking running fast and hard and going to the basket real aggressive and dunking hard as shit. Just real intense. If you play basketball before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just real intense. Your dribble's intense. Everything is like, your passes are snapping. In today's game, there's no contact. Today's game, they fucking monetized it, basically. And you can't have no type of contact. Any contact, only until the last seconds, or whoever the ref betted on. But as far as during the game, the whistle blows like about 1,000 times a game. Every slight bit of contact against an offensive player, they are calling foul. Even out on the perimeter, when they're dribbling and you're going to go by somebody and you bump them, they don't let you bump and grind no more. You can't do anything, bro. You just got to try to outscore the other team. That's why now you see players getting 40 and 50 and 60 and 70 points. It's not going to be long before somebody scores 100 points. It's going to happen. Somebody's going to score 100 points. Why? Because you can't make no type of contact. Everything is a foul. Everybody's flopping. Everybody's flailing. Everybody's falling. Everybody screaming and yelling on every fucking play. Get it? So it's a gamble, man. Gambling is the concept of the devil, really, because then now you're not leaping with faith. You're just gambling. It is or it isn't. You're just taking a chance. It's like playing Russian roulette. And you're gambling with your life every day. Well, the same shit happens with sports betting. Same shit happens in the NFL. Well, at least the NFL, when there's a contest, like people start going crazy over a call, the referees, they come together and they discuss it. And then they were like, oh, no, there was no penalty on the play. We're picking the flag up. But not in the NBA, for some reason, they don't do that. Like the official from up that was on top by the half court and the other official over the other side, they should have came and said, yo, I got a foul on the play. And they should have just overruled that dude. Should have said, nah, that's a fucking foul, bro. Even though he missed it, oh well, we'll discuss that after the game in our fucking debriefing. Referees, we debrief. We brief before the game and then debrief after the game. And then after the debriefing, you write your summary down or what you thought was fucked up, and then you go over it, or whoever's in charge of you, the commission of your organization goes over it. And then if you're that fucked up, then you get suspended. If you're that bad, then you get fired. You can't referee. You don't have no type of morals and ethics. Get it? But just to let it go, I'm like, oh, okay, there's another game. Nah, motherfucker. It ain't just another game. First of all, it was the Lakers and the Celtics. It don't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs, none of that shit, bro. That's like the biggest rivalry in sports. It's like the Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. It's like the fucking Flyers and the Islanders. Or Flyers and the Rangers. Oh, Flyers and the Pittsburgh Penguins, yeah. Or the Phillies and the Mets. Or the Sixers in Boston. Can't let that slide, bro. We're not letting that slide. What's your name, man? In fact, I'm going to do the research, man. What's your name, man? What's your Instagram, bro? What's your TikTok? What's your Facebook, bro? What's your motherfucking DraftKings fucking name, bro? We're gonna find you on DraftKings, bro. Yeah. We're gonna find out where the fuck you at, bro. See what type of ties you got going on, partner. Cause ain't no way. There's no way. You make that call on Beverly on fucking Jaylen Brown's late putback. The Lakers were up 4. No, Lakers were up 3. And you call, but Beverly clearly hit nothing but the ball up top. He just tapped the basketball. And Jaylen Brown pump fake, and as he was going up, he got a short pump fake, and then he laid it up off the backboard and it went in. And then 2 seconds later, the ball head ref comes in from the half court, not underneath the basket, from way up at half court, and says, foul and 1. And you had the ref standing right there underneath the basket. He ain't called shit. It was that same dude, bro. The same dude came out of left field from half court. See it from way over there. He's not even under the basket. And he said, foul. So Jaylen Brown, he tied it up with 4 seconds left. And then LeBron drove with his left hand. I don't know why when LeBron drove like that, he should have fucking put the ball back in his right hand and just power dunked that bitch. So you don't leave that shit up to the refs. He had space in there where he could have just fucking whipped that bitch around and dunked it with his right hand. I don't know why he didn't. He went in there trying to, I guess he thought he had a fucking layup. He should have powered it. He should have powered it in and dunked that bitch. He should have fucking dunked it, man. He dunked everything else. He should have fucking dunked that fucking ball, bro. Because he was up there, and then he just tried Magic Johnson it. Like, that's what it looked like to me. It was a Magic Johnson layup. Right. He should have fucking just dunked that motherfucker, man. I bet you he won't do that shit no more. In the last seconds like that, you gotta dunk the ball, bro. When you like that and you driving to the basket, you got to turn that bitch over and dunk it. So if the ref don't call a foul, at least you got the 2 points. You got to power that shit in, bro. All that soft-ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's gambling, bro. So that's the NBA. So now we got in about 1 hour and 15 minutes the start of the NFC Championship game, where the Philadelphia Eagles are taking on the San Francisco 49ers in Philadelphia. Who you got? Who you got? I got the Eagles. I got the Eagles 34-20. I got the Eagles 34-20. Who you got? I got the Eagles 34-20. Who you got? I got the Eagles 24-30. I mean 34-20. Who you got? Huh? It's some heavily gambling on that game. Like it was last night on that NBA game. It was a whole lot of heavy gambling and the referee was cheating and all that. But can you imagine for today's game? The Eagles and the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. You know how much money that's going to flow in to DraftKings and all those other gambling apps and sites? I just hope the referees didn't take a fucking payoff, and cheat. Because when they cheat like that, you're not only cheating the teams, but you're cheating the consumer, the fans who sat there and wasted their time and they're out of their life for 2 hours, 3 hours to watch grown-ass men run up and down the field or on a basketball court and then to be cheated in the last seconds. It's like, it's defeating. Like it takes the air right out of you. Like what the fuck? Why the fuck did I just stay awake? Or why did I sat here and gave all my energy to this nonsense for this type of outcome? At least, if he would have missed the layup or he made the layup, at least let the players control their destiny, bro. But that's gambling. Gambling, you gamble every day. You gamble when you go outside. You don't ever know. You don't know if you're going to come home. We take it for granted. Oh, I'm going to the store real quick. I'm about to go to Walmart. Oh, okay, all right. You don't say a prayer like before you leave. Oh, God, please bring me back safely. Let me return home safely to my loved ones. Or everybody takes it for granted. Boom. As soon as you go out, boom, you get in a car accident. Now you're in the hospital. Injured or fucking dying, then you die. Right? So life is a gamble, right? Ain't no telling how you gonna go out. Pretty much. So I don't know. So I'm gonna make my prediction right now for the NFC Championship game. I got Eagles 34, 49ers 20. Eagles 34, 49ers 20. Who you got? Eagles 34 and the 49ers 20. That's the score I got. What do you think? What do you guys think? And then the AFC Championship game, I'm going to tell you right now, in the AFC Championship game, the Bengals are going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The Bengals are too powerful. I'm talking about like fast, big, strong, and fast. And their offensive scheme and defensive scheme is compact. Like everything they do is compact. So you're not going to beat them with the long, fancy plays and all that. And then Kansas City doesn't have the running game like that, where they can pound the ball inside and have a grind-out game. Now, if it's a shootout, then I got Kansas City, but it's not going to be a shootout. I got Kansas City winning. I got fucking the Bengals winning 24-17. 24-17, Bengals. 24-17, Bengals. Super Bowl, Bengals, Eagles. Eagles 31-20, 31-24. Super Bowl, Eagles Super Bowl champs. Remember my predictions, all right? Eagles 31, Bengals 24. Super Bowl. Now I went on DraftKings last night and I did the pool. You got options to do. You can bet on the pool, you know what I'm saying, where they give you like different options of who's gonna have over, whatever the number is for passing, or who's gonna have for rushing, who's gonna score, will this running back score a touchdown? Like shit like that. It's a pool with questions and shit like that. I did 2 of them. It only cost me $20. And then if I win the pool, if I win the first pool is like over $100 and something thousand. The pool had it's probably up to 200,000 by now, or probably more. And then the other one as well. So I got a good feeling about my picks. So when I win, I'm gonna invest into creating some type of app. Some type of taking my platform and everything that I do and then putting it all together in one app, creating opportunities for everybody that does what I'm doing. Like whatever it is you're into, whether you're an artist, whether you're a podcaster, whether you're a YouTuber, whether you're a TikToker, whether you're a bingo liver, whatever the fuck it is that you're doing and you want to monetize your situation, then I want to create the platform for that to where you're getting exactly what your value is. That you're going to get paid not $1 for every 1,000 streams, or 7 cents, or what is it, or 3,500 for 1,000,000 views. Nah, no. You're gonna get what? If you get 1,000,000 views, you should get at least. If you get 1,000,000 views, you should get at least 30K. If you get 1,000,000 views, that person who gets 1,000,000 views should get at least 20 to 30K for those 1,000,000 views. That's life changing, bro. Not you get 1,000,000 views and you don't get shit for it because your page ain't monetized, or you ain't verified, or you ain't doing this and you're doing. That's all bullshit, bro. Right? So we've been suckered and bamboozled into the people who created the platforms. They were just ahead of the curve and they created it. So now we're moving into a new realm, a new dimension, fifth dimension, right? You keep hearing that in the last 2 years about opening your third eye and the new dimension, the fifth dimension. Well, here it is. It's here already. You know, the AI technology. You know, the chat box. The chat box. That's what it's called. GTP, or GTP, whatever it is. That. We're in that era. So now anything is possible. That's why I tell my kids, man, just get off that fucking TikTok and spend your days and hours on learning this technology that's now, because this is the beginning of it. This is like how Bitcoin was when Bitcoin first started back in 2010 and nobody was paying attention to it. Or when cryptocurrency first started up, nobody was paying attention to it, only the select few were. Or when the apps started happening, and for those who invested their money and created the app, now they're rich, right? Well, it's the same shit, bro. So now's the opportunity. I'm trying to learn this shit now. Because I want to be able to fucking just write books and write copyright shit for people, you know, blogs, emails, whatever they need done. I want to be able to provide that service. How to start a company, how to create backlinks for your website, how to create coding for your websites, coding for video game, whatever your ideas are. This technology does all that shit for you. I mean, you have to know what to feed them, what type of questions to ask them, and how to wordplay, how to word it. Of course, you have to have some type of ability, some type of intelligence, some type of knowledge. But this is the world that we're going into, where everything's going to be led and run by AI technology. A lot of jobs are going to be run through AI technology. The process has already started. There's a McDonald's that just opened up in the West Coast, I believe it's California, where the McDonald's is entirely AI technology. There are no employees in it. There's no one flipping the fucking burgers. There's no one on the fries. Everything's robotic. Oh, and you don't go inside. You don't go inside. You just pull up to the drive-thru, order, and it comes, and your shit is there. That's kind of fucking scary, isn't it? And now there's some trucks on the highway right now where they're fucking driving across the country with no driver, delivering our food. Life's a gamble. There's been a few of them, but you don't see it on national headlines that, they went bonkers, the truck itself, and it crashed, killing people. But on the highway, you never know what can happen on the highway. You get certain, all of a sudden everybody just stops. Or anything happens. A tire flies off a car and somebody swerves and it causes an accident. Now you got this fucking tractor trailer coming down doing 80, 90, no driver, so you don't have no human instincts on it, and it fucking barrels down and like a bowling ball hitting pins, killing people. Now they got robotic fucking tow trucks. I don't know if you've seen that shit, right? It's not even like, you see a tow truck, you see a tow truck. You see with the fucking hook in the back, and you see a big ass diesel, you can hear the tow truck, right? Now they got the shit where it's just a flat fucking piece of steel, two of them, and it has 4 tires on both of them, like 2 little planks, and they slide up right underneath your car, raises up, backs your car, and takes your car to whatever location that they put in the computer. So say it's a repo or whatever. You call AAA, your shit is broke down, then they come get it like that. So now the repo man won't be shot at no more. That's wild, isn't it? I never thought that I'll see that in my lifetime. I remember when I was a kid, and we used to have the cartoons, like it was the Jetsons. And the Jetsons had all this technology in it. Not, all of it, but they basically just touched on it, right? And here it is now, all these years later, and it is here. Like the technology is actually here, right? It's happening right before our eyes. Like how we have drones. Now drones are used even on the combat field. They're being used, in war. They're being used in Ukraine and in Russia right now. And they were used in Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq. People are using drones. People are even using drones now to deliver food, to deliver whatever else they're delivering. You even got motherfucking drones delivering contrabands into the prisons, flying over, coming down into the yard and dropping the pack off. That's crazy, right? But that's the human mind. And that's the ability that God gave us to be able to think and process thoughts and ideas and how to come up with solutions, how to problem solve, right? That's what separates us from any other creations on this planet, is that God gave us that we know how to sit there, take the information in, think about it, contemplate, and then come up with some type of solution. Because once we figure out the solution, then we can offer that solution to everyone else, to the masses, and then you fucking capitalize it, monetize it, and provide it as a service. Like how my podcast is. This is a service where I'm talking to you guys and I'm sharing my knowledge and my life experience with you guys on my podcast. You can learn a lot from listening to my podcast. It's called Respect the Game. And the is DA, Respect the Game podcast. Now on Apple, Spotify, and all podcast platforms. And this is episode 214 that I'm recording right now. So shout out to YouTube, shout out to Bingo Live, shout out to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and all the social media platforms. And please go subscribe to my YouTube channel at Hoodstar365 TV Radio and support our merch. The merch is hoodstarworld.com. And donations are welcome. You can send donations in via our Cash App at Hoodstar365 TV Radio 01. And please don't come in my DMs or in my inbox and asking me, what's your cell phone number? And can you send me this code, this generated code, to try to scam me? You Africans is some motherfuckers, but y'all some scammers. It's the Africans and the fucking Indians and the Pakistanians. Y'all keep scamming, trying to scam Americans. Y'all be getting them, though. I just had 2 of them in my DMs the last 2 days. One of them said, You want me to be your sugar mama? I could be your sugar mama. And they had a picture of an old white lady. She said, I'm gonna start paying you $2,500 a week. I'm gonna send your first payment today. Oh, is this your cash app? They send you a screenshot of your cash app. Oh yeah, okay. Well, what's your phone number? All right, well, give me your log of your cash. Let me see your last 5 transactions in your cash app. And what's your phone number? Okay, I just sent you a code to your number. Go ahead and give me that. Give me the code. Read the code back to me. And as soon as you, for those of you who weak-minded and you fucking do those steps, you give them that code. 3 minutes later, you look at your bank account. Your bank account is on fucking zero. And guess what happens when it goes to zero? Cash App does not reimburse you your money. Which I don't think is right. Like Cash App is not insured. Cash App is owned over in the UK. They own that fucking company, somebody in the UK. And they provide that service over here in America. And everybody signed up for it, including myself, because it's so convenient. And it's quick, fast, and in a hurry. But whenever I get money on my Cash App, I don't ever leave it there. I fucking transfer it real quick to my fucking bank account. And I'm never giving nobody my phone number or giving them a code that's in my phone. That's stupid. That's dumb. But a lot of people don't have common sense. And they fucking just do it. So it's gambling. You're not going, getting back on the topic about gambling, that's all part of it. That's all part of it. Just like if you record a song. And then you say, I recorded a song, and now you want to put it out on all platforms. You want to get it on Apple Music, Spotify, and all the music platforms, right? And now you're gambling. You're saying, well, damn, I hope and I wish and I pray that this song hits and becomes a hit record. So you're fucking gambling with your, with your success and your dreams. And it's a gamble. Everything is a gamble. When you lay up with somebody and you don't use a condom, now that's like playing Russian roulette. Either you're going to catch AIDS, or STD, those are the worst 2 scenarios, or you're going to get that person pregnant and now you're about to be a dad. So now when that baby's born, you're in debt for $1 million until that baby turns 18 years old. Because you got to pay child support. If she takes you to child support. A lot of women don't do the child support thing. They just don't be bothered with the courts. Right? So that's what we're dealing with, now in 2023. Everything is a gamble. Everybody's cold-hearted. Don't nobody give a fuck. Don't nobody care what your feelings are, or what your emotions are. You're either with it or you're not. It is or it isn't. It's either black or it's white. There's no in between. You're either straight or you fucking gay. There's no in between. Get it? So that's where we are right now in today's times. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's IQ or intelligence is more intelligent or has a higher IQ than the creator himself. So regardless of what you created or you innovated or you invented or you did this or you're doing that, whatever it is you got going on in the world today, you're not smart. Your intelligence is the equivalent of one bird's beak into the massive of ocean to what the creator's intelligence is. And as soon as man, understands that concept and humbles himself, then the creator himself will, place his mercy on all of us and ease the pain that the world is suffering today. Do you not see what's happening around the world? Did you see that New Zealand just flooded out? New Zealand is flooded. Italy, flooded. Countries around the world, flooded. Even Saudi Arabia. Do you know that it snowed in Saudi Arabia in the desert? Snow. Do you know that it's raining so much in Saudi Arabia that it's creating streams in the desert and ponds? That's the desert, where it's supposed to be hot, dry. Do you know that it rains so much in California that in Los Angeles that it's flooded? Compton. And it was snowing. It was sleet coming down. It got cold. It got real cold. And fucking roads are buckling and roads are falling off the fucking mountains. They're sliding off. Houses are sliding down the hill, off into the ocean. Many lives are being lost all around the world. You know, they don't cover it, you know, because they don't want us to get, you know, in the paranoid state as a, you know, entire, you know, human race. But you got to pay attention to the signs. I mean, we've been warned, and we continue to be warned. I know they put the entertainment and the fucking thirst traps and all that in front of our eyes every day to distract us, right? But you still have to be fucking humble enough and have the know-how of understanding to recognize for what it is. What it is that you're seeing. You know, people are like, oh my God, look at that in the sky. Oh wow, but what is it? It's a sign, dude. Oh man, I keep seeing this number 717. Oh my God, I keep seeing this number 717. Oh, I keep seeing this number 717. Yo, the other day I was driving and I seen the number 717. What's going on? Why I keep seeing this number 717? What does it mean? Well, 717. What does it mean? 717 is the angel's number. And what it means is that you're on the right path. Like you're on your way. Stay on course. Yes, it's challenging. Yes, you're going to have sad days and sad times. Days you feel stuck. Those are that's just the trail, that's the path that the Creator is putting you through to go through those trials and tribulations and challenges before He rewards you with whatever it is that drives you every day, whatever it is you're chasing, whatever your end goal is. So when you have that understanding, then you understand. You can't be led astray. You can't just be told anything. Like that's funny. Like when I speak and I say something, if I make a statement or whatever, and then my daughter, she's only 12, right? Because she just turned 12 earlier this month, right? She's 12, right? I said that. And you know, I bought her an iPhone. I got an iPhone 14, so I was allowed to get 2 of them. So I got her one for her birthday, right? And everything I say now, she fact checks, bro. Now, when I was coming up, my mom used to say something to me, and I couldn't fact check her. I just had to go with whatever I just had to believe whatever she told me and taught me, right? But not my daughter. When I say something, she goes, "Oh yeah," and she pulls her phone out real quick and Googles it. So I can't be fucking lying or just making shit up. Because they got the fucking phone, bro. And they Google and they be like, oh, okay. No, Dad, that's not what it's not. It says here that this is what it is and this is what it was. It's not that. What you saying? What can I say to her? It's already happened a few times. Like, oh shit, really? So then she taught me something too. So we have to be humble enough to where, that we're of acceptance of information. Even if we're corrected. Or somebody gives you constructive criticism, don't get upset and sensitive. Like a lot, especially men. For some odd reason, men, right? If somebody gives them constructive criticism or criticizes something they did or something they said, they get real sensitive and real boastful and arrogant and disrespectful, which leads to what? Violence, right? It doesn't make sense. Like a couple of weeks ago, I was watching an NBA game, right? And so I watched the NBA player come in the game, and as you know how they show the NBA players when they're walking into the game, into the stadium, and they got their outfits on, making a fashion statement, whatever, and they walk and the camera follows them. Well, there's one player, as he's walking in, he's throwing up gang signs. He's going like that, throwing up his gang signs, wherever the fuck he's from, right? So when I seen it, I felt some type of way. I'm not a gangbanger. I've never been a gang member or anything like that. I'm a God-fearing man. But, I come from that culture, street culture and hustlers and, going to prison. And, I've been around all that negativity. So I know what it is. I've been down that road, right? And I suffered that pain. I've lost a lot of people that I've known to that. Getting shot and killed or shooting somebody else and going to prison for life or being killed. So I know what that is. I recognize that. You know what I'm saying? So I said I put it in my story and I tagged it. I said, it's the lamest shit I've ever seen. An NBA player, somebody who come from the struggle, obviously, right, from the hood, but you finally make it. You finally accomplished all your goals that millions and millions and millions of youngins around the globe who want to be professional athletes or professional basketball player, and they want to play on the ultimate stage, and that's the NBA. And you're there, and you made it. And now you want to still throw gang signs up and repping your hood and all that. So I had to fucking check him as an OG, first of all. So, he responded and hit me in my DM. I'm not going to say his name. I told him I wouldn't say his name. I'm a real one. I don't do that lame fuck shit for no clickbait, for no likes, and none of that shit. But he answered me back and told me to get off his dick. Right? So then I answered him back and I said, listen, you were young and you finally made it, bro. Whether you realize it or not, everything you do and everything you say influences masses of people, especially young people, the kids. So now you're an influencer to the ultimate of influencers, like times power to the motherfucking a millionth time, right? Because everything you do and everything you say is magnified, right? On ESPN, Fox Sports, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, everything. You're on all platforms. Like you're an open book and everybody's dissecting you, right? So you're an influence. So now you just you gotta change your whole mindset. He's like, man, that's what I rep. I rep this for life, This is the conversation we're having in my DM. And I said to him, I said, listen, bro, I don't know, but maybe you need to Google me. That's what I told him. You should fucking Google me. And then you get a better understanding of who I am, right? I'm certified. Been there and done that. I'm just trying to save you some heartache, bro. Don't blow your fucking lifetime opportunity that God has given you of worrying about what the fuck you claiming from back in the struggle. You made it out the struggle. If anything was to happen to you, right, because of you repping that, all right, say there's a murder that happened 5 years ago, right, and you repping that, you throwing them signs up, whatever clique it is you claiming. If some murder happened or some home invasion or some robbery, anything type of criminal activity happened, and you part of that clique, who you think they're going to pinpoint so they can come in and put the RICO on you and your whole crew? Because now if you're doing that, then the feds are going to say, oh, so I wonder if he's taking a portion of his paycheck and giving it back to his crew back in the hood and invested into drugs or into guns. Because when they say feed the hood, you got to come back and feed the hood, right? So you got to be mindful of that. Are you fucking dumb, deaf or blind? Do you not see what's going on with Young Thug? The big fish or the whole crew. And his whole crew, what they do? They ain't hold it down for the crew. They all told. They all telling. They all took a plea. 98% of them took a fucking plea to tell. So 98% of them can all be subpoenaed to come back to court and testify against Young Thug. Now, can you imagine being in the NBA and that shit happens to you? So when I said that to him, like I see that he read it. You know what I mean? It said seen. He read it, and then he didn't respond again. So he got the fucking point. He got the message. I might have saved his life. Oh, that's what I said. You don't want to blow your opportunity into creating generational wealth. Not only for you, but for your family, bro. Fuck the streets. The streets ain't got no love for nobody, bro. When I tell you the streets ain't got no love for nobody, yo, don't listen. Do this. This is a case study. Let's do a case study together. Your phone. Don't text nobody. Don't call nobody. Don't text nobody for 2 weeks. Just go fucking silent. Don't text nobody. Don't call nobody for 2 weeks. And then in 2 weeks, watch your phone and start watching your phone. Who's texting you to check up on you, or who's calling to check up on you. And I guarantee you that 98% of the people that you're calling and you're texting and reaching out to every day won't reach out to check up on you, to ask you, are you okay? Just the 2%, your parents and your siblings possibly, because siblings don't do it either. As you get older, then you don't really hear from your brothers and your sisters as much as you did when you guys were younger. But ain't none of your friends gonna give a fuck. Ain't none of them. Your lovers, your boyfriend, you give it 2 weeks, guaranteed. Let's do it. Do it from right this point today, right? In 2 weeks, we're gonna check back in, and then I want you guys to tell me how many people have checked up on you. And then when you do that, after that test is done, then you go through your phone and you start deleting contacts, or you start blocking contacts, people who are not of significance to you. They're not conducting business, or they're not enhancing your lifestyle, or uplifting your spirits emotionally, and not of a benefit to you. Then there's no need for them to be in your space. There's 8 billion human beings on this planet. 8 billion human beings on this planet. That's a lot of fucking human beings, bro. So we gotta be mindful of that. So don't gamble your life away. You're gonna gamble responsibly. Don't play with the devil. You play with the devil will lead you astray. Recognize your limits. We all know right from wrong. We don't have to fucking have nobody whip us or hit us upside the head telling us that that's wrong. We know. Subconsciously, we know when something is wrong, when something is right and something is wrong. Something is good or something is bad, right? So with that, I'm Ali Hustar 365, and this has been Respect the Game, the podcast, episode 214. You guys stay blessed up, remain patient, remain faithful. Remember, there is a God. Peace.